Oh, fuck. All right. Rock. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. I'm looking at my audio levels. Check 1, 2. Check mic. Yeah, I did some renos back there. You had the sunlight coming in, and you got your sunbeams like right on the camera. It was pretty distracting. I just tacked up some cardboard there. I'm gonna get my intro music. Let's get that going. I'm not. I know I'm not in violation of copyright because I made it. I made this song. Yeah.
I don't really work hard cause I'm a human calculator. Crush, get that little soda by the time you tired. It's like it's twisted, contorted. God, you do it on the floor. I got this really cool food, and you know I make more in a single day. Every 1 year, I'm thinking of sweat. I don't really know what that. Bang. Looking for the bang. For the bang, motherfucker! Just what I'm saying, in a bad slave nation, working 2-hour jobs to keep a pace of inflation. Thinking of talking like black and English, bring some key to invisible division.
All right. No. Stream's current bitrate. You know, I don't want to talk about bit rates. I'm just going to go with it. It's going to be latency if anyone even tunes in. I want to talk about all kinds of stuff. All kinds of good stuff. Folks are out of town, so hanging out in the garage here, pretty exciting. Got any garage things I can present, like just looking around here. Got some right here. Still going? Yeah. Still going. It's mega delay though. So I got this box, and guess you think maybe there's a bottle of whiskey inside, but no. It's oil paints. Oil paints. Been threatening to do an oil painting for a long time. But I do oil pastels. This one's called Caterpillar. Oh, yeah, it's right side up. Yeah. No, it's not. Yeah, no, that's right. Caterpillar. See that. Yeah. And then, got this one here. This is me hungover at like age 20-ish. This one here, it's something I saw after like having an LSD sandwich. Just had to paint it, you know. Today is you know, I'm gonna say it's a stagnant 20. I'm looking at a thermometer right in front of me. I can see mounted on the wall. It's like a dial. Anyway, it's reading 20 Celsius, which is do a quick conversion, or I'll just look at it. It's almost like on the 70 degrees. So a guy like me, that's less. I'd call it less than ideal, but more than tolerable. Better than minus 20. If it was minus 20, I'd probably be in the house next to the wood stove. But I'm out in the garage because I don't know, been like kind of iffy on the rain. I could go sit out on the deck, but I don't have a covered deck. So if it starts raining, then I just got to move everything indoors under a roof. Just sit in the garage, man. I smoke out here. I don't smoke in the house, but I might want to sell it one day. Yeah. What are your thoughts on smoking indoors? I don't have any viewers. Seems silly, but at least even without viewers, kind of cataloging my fun-fueled existence. And speaking of fun fuel, it turns out Kamala Harris is a wino. I had no idea until I see footage. I'd be like, I would, if I were confronted with that, if I were running a political campaign or doing something, I was drunk, and then someone showed me, well, you're drunk here. I'd just categorically deny it. No, I wasn't. What are you talking about? You know? I'm drunk. You should take your meds. Go take your meds and sit in the closet for 3 hours in your closet on meds. What kind of meds do you take? I don't take any meds. I don't feel any need to take meds. Meds. What's my medication? My medication is sweeping the nation. I take a little pill every day. For the rest of my life, I do it. Well, if you gotta take meds, you gotta take them, I guess. Or not. No, you don't. I think there's a lot of people getting into adulthood, or they're maybe well into adulthood, that were put on psychotropic drugs for essentially just being regular kids. Suddenly a new construct. Oh wow, your little boy's rambunctious. We can't have that. Parents want to do everything right, and then they're cajoled into putting them on SSRIs and stuff like that, and then best case scenario, maybe it helps them focus on academics, for what that's worth. But I think it stifles their, I don't know what I'm talking about. As usual, I don't know a damn thing about anything really, but I've read anecdotes where it's like I was on SSRIs since the age of 11, and now I can't hold down a job. And that's, you don't need to be on SSRIs to be unemployable. And take it from me. Could talk about employment, lack thereof. How many I've had over 40 different jobs since the age of, I'm gonna say, no, 40, more than 40 if you count like little gig type jobs, like working 14 hours at a fish plant once when I was still a juvenile. I was like my first like wage earning type gig, and at the time it was pretty good money. I think we got, it was like, I think if memory serves, it was like $9 an hour when the minimum wage was $4.25. So we're talking like 1991, I think. Yeah. And then boom, man, like, so 14 times 9, and it's going to be 140 minus 14, so that's 136 bucks. And that was like, whoa, man, you could get like 5 packs of smokes, pony up some gas money for your drug dealer, and away you go, man. It's party money, big time. It's like party for 3 days on 136 bucks when you're a kid in 1991. Good times, man. Good parties, good people, lots of excitement. You could have got a shit ton of fireworks for that, if you're into fireworks. There's some who like the fishing, and some who like the bowling, and some take delight in the carriages a-rolling. But I take delight in the fruit of the barley, and courting pretty girls in the morning, bright and early. Push a red darn do darn da, walk for my daddy-o. Now some take delight in the Come on, help me out. People. No people, I'm just talking into the void here. Or am I? I can call someone. Yeah, this is like the height of my excitement. I'm gonna say, like, some take delight in it. You know, whatever blows your hair back, right? If you like just binge watching Netflix, hey, no harm in that. Your lack of taste might be called into question. I don't know what's on Netflix these days. I haven't watched Netflix since they had on Breaking Bad, which I did like. Well, it's like, it was convenient because I wanted my parents to watch it. Something we could all watch together. Yeah, my folks are out of town permanently. Let me try the chat. I'll say ready to chew fat. Ready to chew fat. Chewing fat. Let's talk about animal fats versus other fats, like vegetable fat, sort of like trans fat. Oh, don't type that into your search engine. Or unless you really want. Well, I think most of us can well imagine what might spring up there in the top of the list these days. Well, let's try it. Oh. No, maybe later. That's something else. I'm your Google agent, your search engine agent. I actually use DuckDuckGo lately. Used to use Yandex for a while. Let's see if maybe it's like like you can't do it because of the war and shit. Hey, yeah, so let's see. Yandex.com. Oh, it can't be reached. Weird. Not really. Oh, the link. Shit. Yeah, I didn't put a link up. Yeah, I posted a thing on 4chan. Gotta solve these captchas, eh? Well, I'm quite good at it now. Well, always have been. I'll try. Yeah, it doesn't help. I'd say, yeah, I'm going live stream, check out my stuff, and then I got no link. Alright. I gotta wait to respond. It's a countdown. Well, that's encouraging. Some person saw it. I know that. If one person responded, then perhaps a lot saw it. I might get like 40 people all kicking. Some commentary. We'll talk about whatever. I'm like sort of a generalist, eh? I'm science, music, politics, art, mechanics, gardening, girls, yeah, gender relations, yeah, we'll talk about that. Abortion, I mentioned. Abortion, economics, geography, architecture, leisure pursuits of any kind, like fishing, hunting. I've never hunted. I've never shot an animal. I'm not anti-hunting, or I just never had the like my dad. He took me fishing, but never hunting. So I don't even know. Like, I know how to shoot. I've done some shooting with friends and stuff, just at the range type stuff, right? Like, go out there. I was like talking about this. He had like pretty exciting the first time you shoot a. It was Russian or old Soviet issue SVT-40. Can't remember the caliber. It was like, oh, I can look it up, but I'm not going to. It was just a pretty big cartridge, like stuff like Canada. You're limited to the capacity of your magazines. And it was semi-auto, loud. Ooh, talk about like crack of the whip, hey? Just, and it would just fire as fast as you could pull the trigger. A bit of skeet shooting I've done. I'm pretty good at that. Shotguns, pretty exciting. Exhilarating, hey? Just 12 gauge, 16 gauge. That's about it. Can't even remember the makes and models of the guns that I fired. Like, yeah, talk about like leisure activities, like sport shooting and stuff. Here in Canada, you can legally acquire handguns, but you need a above and beyond the ordinary firearms acquisition certificate, the FAC. You need a RFAC, which is Restricted Firearms Acquisition Certificate. And you can't, nowhere in Canada, there's one exemption where you can openly carry a pistol as someone who's not, bonded as a like security guard, like a Brinks truck driver, or cops. Obviously, they all carry sidearms. Certain security guards and stuff. But as for conceal and carry, maybe there's something, but there's one interesting exemption. It's if you're a trapper. You can, if you're a trapper, you can carry a sidearm or pistol. legally, right? That's maybe what I should do. I should, like, learn how to trap. I don't even know how to trap. I've never set a snare or done a trap line or nothing. I think it's be interesting, like, if I did a series of videos. It's like me in the wild. And if you ever read the book, when I was a kid, I read the book My Side of the Mountain. And if you're unfamiliar, it's about a young lad in the New York, state of New York, and he goes into the Catskill Mountains, and he survives. It's all about a detailed account of how he manages. You know, he I think burns out a giant tree to live in. Like a great big tree. Probably got to be like at least, I'm thinking, 6 feet in diameter kind of thing at the base of the trunk. And then he makes he gets a deer by digging a pit trap. There's don't know if you've ever caught a bear before, but there's particular means of doing so. What you do. Let's see if anyone's joined in here yet. Oh. Okay. Oh, do you fish? Who's asking here? R is asking, do I fish? Ask me if I fish. Yes, but not avidly. Yeah, I will go fishing. I got my dad was quite a fisherman. He'd catch jackfish out of Cold Lake. That was his thing. He had a cool fishing boat. And he'd often come back with 1 or 2 big jackfish. I'm talking like, I'm gonna say like 30 inch. Nice eating, because cold, well, I'm giving it away where I live, but Cold Lake is very, very, well, it's a big lake. It's like 12 miles across, like sort of, it's fairly round, but very, very deep. And I've heard that jackfish from other lakes are not nearly as good as Cold Lake jack. So yes, I do fish, and I like fishing. I just don't, I didn't even renew my license this year. And previous years, you know, I just go off the dock, because regrettably, I don't have a boat. Maybe I'll do some ice fishing. I've been saying that for a number of years. I want to go ice fishing. Like past 5 years, still haven't done it. But this winter, be nice. Just get a few fish. And yeah. Take I got a fishing rod like just over here. It's it's called a Shakespeare. All ready to go. It's like massive fine if you get caught without a license here in Canada, and you know, arguably that's a good thing. Like, but let's see when my license expired, or if it's if it's not yet expired, I might just go. Maybe this evening. Yeah, it expired in March. Yeah, so no fishing. I can't even drive to the Canadian Tire right now. If I wanted to, because conserving fuel. On a strict budget. Yeah, they really stick it to regular people here with the old sin taxes. Sin taxes are gambling, liquor, like any alcohol. So gambling, alcohol, and tobacco. So if you like any of those things, you're paying a premium to partake of them legally. And I'm thinking, man, I should have started brew my own beer years ago. I'd have like, I don't even want to think how much money I spend on that stuff. That's like the extent of my social interaction. It's pathetic as that seems, is like, well, it's the only people I talk to in person in a day, like face to face. It's like my interactions with store clerks. And I was like, I was like doing some banter there. Saying a couple of random things, bringing up a subject like about what I'm doing, what I do to eat is I sell things. I got a lot of stuff that I don't want or need, and so I think it's a win-win situation to, take a photo, list it on a bulletin board online, wait for the text, and then I get a little bit of food money. I had a pretty good job, and then I was at her for just over 2 months. I'd say about 9 weeks, and then I got called into the office for a talk. I was like, oh no, I was like really, I liked the job and everything, and well, kinda, the pay was like in the vicinity of say on average like $380 a day kind of thing. And that's like I could get by on like $70 a day. See how that pans out. Probably it's all about resourcefulness, like making a budget stretch. Like for example, I will buy like 10-pound sack of potatoes, discounted meats. You know, it sucks, but keeps me going. And learned how to make bread. You know, that's probably, once you factor in cost of natural gas to bake it, and your time and all that, it's probably more expensive than just buying a loaf for $3.79 or whatever they're charging nowadays. But you can have the gratification of making your own bread. And one thing the bread that you get at one particular grocery store is the Sobeys, and they have an in-house bakery, and their bread is always fresh, like their in-house bread, fresh and really good. I cannot deny it. And it's like the bread I was making was like a little too I always found it came out a little too dry. Like, it was great for toasting, but to make a sandwich with it, you know. And then I discovered the secret, I think. The last loaf I made came out a lot chewier, a lot softer, spongier. I used, instead of just tap water, I used aren't I like on that ball here, eh? Starchy water. Like I boiled what are those tube pastas? Rigatoni? I don't know, like little hollow logs, like inch and a half long kind of thing. So I used the water, the starchy water that I boiled those in for my bread water. I keep rubbing my eyebrows because they're long. Like, I gotta trim them down. They keep like they're long enough to cover my whole eye if I pull them down. A little story behind this cup. It was a Christmas gift. It's a Tim Hortons special, man. And yeah, I was driving a school bus route, believe it or not. And Christmas time, you know, I can understand. Parents are like, who's this like middle-aged dude, driving? Why is he driving a school bus? Well, reason is it's kind of a good job for a lazy cat like myself. It's like the pay is less than enviable, but it's it's a lot of downsides. There's plus sides if you're say, you're a mom with kids, even a lot of single moms out there driving the school bus. One perk is you can bring your kids to work, right? If they're school age and your mom's the bus driver, hey, bonus, right? But yeah, I went out. It was a rural route, and I would put on 300 plus kilometers per day because they didn't have anybody available to drive in that neck of the woods. So I would be running that bus. The bulk of it was to and from the depot, like empty. Like I'd be driving the bus empty. And yeah, I thought that's really wasteful. Like I was burning, some cases diesel, other cases propane, depending on whatever bus I happen to be using. But it was like I had to make 4 trips because morning you pick the kids up, drop them off at school, and in the evening you pick them up from school, drop them off at home, and then this is in a town 40 minutes away from where the bus depot is. So I'm putting on over 300 kilometers per day. And that would be, if you knocked it down, let's say 4 times 60, you knock that in half. Your fuel consumption, your mileage, by half. Yeah, but it would have been like, if they had someone local to do it, it would have been like 160 clicks, maybe. I'm gonna put on some tunes, some of my own tunes, because I don't want to, I'd put on like something like Gordon Lightfoot, but you can't really do that. You might violate copyright, so I'll just put on one of my own tunes. I got an online album. I don't know if the link's posted on my my YouTube. But I'm gonna get a coffee.
Come look on the telephone. You wanna know the score? Well, I finished all my laundry and I'm putting off the chores. I saw the New York Times crossword puzzle before lunch. Now I'm just sitting around on the couch, drugs. Blissful, relaxing thoughts take precedent today. All my obligations left the rose on its way. Snap open a can of beer, rifle myself. When water black is white, I can never get enough. Call up on the telephone. You wanna know the song? Well, I finished all my laundry and I'm putting off my chores. Saw the New York Times crossword puzzle before lunch. Now I'm just sitting around on the couch doing drugs.
perfect timing. Yeah, I tell you what, man, I was like, if you can picture it, like, I left the garage, went up the steps to my back deck, and I got a Coleman camp stove out there. Propane fed. I got it hooked up to a 20-pound cylinder with a special adapter. And, well, not a special adapter, just a standard adapter, I suppose. And I like the propane, because I do my coffee on a percolator. Just a camp thing. And I use fresh ground President's Choice coffee. Not sponsored or anything to say that. I should be. It'd be nice. Get like lifetime supply of coffee and ice cream. President's Choice. That's yeah. And then just looking around, like, you know, it's I live in a pretty I'm not gonna say groovy. I was gonna say a groovy neighborhood. It's not really groovy, but it's, I'd say, quaint, like totally. Again, I was gonna say wasp, but I don't know. I don't think either of my neighbors are particularly religious. I know. Yeah, they don't go to church. But you know what? Like, it's like middle class. People tend to keep their property tidy. I got little flowers that spring up backyard. I mow the lawn. Not as frequently as my neighbors. Like, should I get into it? You know, like, goddamn. I shan't get into it. Maybe later. I got a text message. That's pretty exciting. Oh, that's to tell me I got I've got messages on Facebook. Well, I should check that because I do have stuff for sale. Or maybe there's like a crisis. I doubt it. I hope not. Oh, I told a fella I was gonna make pancakes. And I changed my mind. I made just 3 fried eggs, fried them in bacon fat, and toasted bagel, buttered, and some fresh cracked pepper. I'm just gonna punch in my link here, but he can talk to me on YouTube if he wants. Tell him I'm live, comma, sugar cane. Sugar, because his name's Cane, so I'm sugar cane. He's not very sweet though. He's kind of, I don't know, how do you, I don't know him that well. He's like someone I only met like last year. He was a fella, he kind of taught me the ropes of oil field trucking. And I got the whole got no concurrent viewers. That's okay. I might revisit, or when I'm thinking when I'm out of this world and stuff, then maybe people will watch. But I know I'm not that exciting. I'm just having fun. Or practicing. Maybe I could become a news anchor one day. Read the news. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna be here. I might as well see what's going on. Let's see here. I don't know if that other link works. Okay. You don't mind thinking out loud, eh? While I like try and negotiate all this computer stuff. And computer stuff is something I like to talk about. I was thinking today, for a change, I'd actually do something constructive. Yeah. And then drink coffee until I'm wired. Yeah, like I got a bunch of old computers that are in various states of operability. And got all the tools and little components and stuff. I was thinking maybe I'd rebuild some and this is what I'm looking. I can't even think. Like doing anything seems like too much work right now. But yeah, rebuild some computers. Because once you get going on something, if you're like me, you're kind of a procrastinator, and you're like, why bother? I don't need to do anything. So I'm just gonna do the bare minimum, which right now is like talking to my laptop. But yeah, rebuild the computers. Maybe I'm like, it's way too late for this stuff. Like everybody's using mobile devices and stuff, I got all these old, what they call like boat anchor PCs. Big energy users, but we can get some working and then maybe donate them. Donate the computer. Somebody needs, like, set it up where. So it's not going to be a gaming PC, but it's more than perfectly suited to Facebook, but like internet capable. It's got a hard drive, but nobody wants that shit, man. Like, I don't know, but that's why I'll just give them away for free so that I don't have to take them somewhere. Like win-win situation. There might be someone out there who wants them. Yeah, there's a price demarcation point, like a very, or a poor person or someone without means. they need to type up a resume to get a job. It's like, just getting a job is expensive. Last time I went for a driver's abstract, which it seems like every kind of driving job requires, for obvious reasons. Insurance liability purposes. $30. So that's like, it's seen a 300% increase in price. And this is like, god damn, you know, you think they have to trudge down to the cellar, rifle through filing cabinets. Where's BR? You know, like, and then collate shit and then put it through a lithograph and all this. The price you pay. No, it's like all they do is hit a fucking button after you give them your driver's license number. It spits out a thing. That'll be $30. 30 what? You know? And that's what, whether you get the job or not doesn't matter. And then it's like they want something recent, so it's not like, it's a racket, man. Everything's a gosh darn racket. Safety. You know, how many times do I take the H2S Alive course? Like, how much money is in that? Like, I gotta, you know, mirror my employer. I'll pay like $200 to learn how to run crosswind, or like, you know, put on a respirator, you know. And I'm not saying, you know, it's like, it's serious business. I get it, but I gotta take a refresher course every 2 years. Everyone knows it's like bogus. Like, first aid, really? First, you know, I think people instinctively know how to save lives, like how to. I'm gonna tell you, well, you need like a certain number of chest compressions per minute. It's just, I like the Star Trek method. You just pound your fist on their chest and live, damn it, live. Shake them, slap them in the face. You know, psh, psh. They don't teach you that in the course. Just fucking slap them awake. I've never, thankfully, thank the good Lord, never had to been in a position where I had to save someone's life. But you betcha, here's a paradox, or a, like, if you see, let's say, see some dude, some stranger, and he's like splashing around, drowning, he can't swim, but you can swim, and then your dog, your beloved dog, goes in to save him, and then your dog is like kind of struggling to stay afloat. Do you save your beloved pet, or do you save the strange human being? You know, ask yourself, like, what would you do in that horrible circumstance, right? I would, I don't know. I God forbid I'm ever in that conundrum there, but you know, ideally you can get them both in one swoop. Like, I haven't put it to the test lately. I've always been a strong swimmer, so maybe I could scoop up the dog, scoop up the person, bring them both, and hopefully the television cameras aren't there, because I don't want to. Yeah, no, I'd be lying about that part. Be like, yeah, I want accolades. And I'm like, I'm the hero of the week. It's like man risks his own life to save both his dog and a stranger. And then to just play it off like, well, anyone in my situation would have done the same thing. I laugh. Well, I don't know. I think most rational people would, like, you want to do that. And I got another. Oh, I got a warning for advertising. Okay. That's where I posted on 4chan.org/SOC social, like, cams, and I didn't know that. I'm usually, if I'm gonna go on 4chan, it's politically incorrect. I was like getting hot takes, Yeah, let's go check it out. Yeah, I love the 4chan. I like checking out pictures of women scantily clad. Okay, we've got, this is a hot button thing, monkeypox. What? Oh goodness, I'm looking at a picture. I wish I could share my screen. Maybe in future broadcasts I'll be able to set that up so it's like easy for me to do. But I'll describe it as like, it's clearly like I'm gonna say, I don't know, like, I'm just gonna guess like African person, judging by the color of the skin. I know you're not supposed to do that, but like I do have, I'm not colorblind. This is, who knows, like, could be any kind of pustular type disease. Let's call it like bad acne on your forearm. Actually, like, wow, you don't want to go cutting at these things, I don't think. Just, how would I cure it? Like, as a de facto doctor, I would cover them all in aloe vera juice to start, and then maybe wrap some bandages, but because we're talking like serious pustules, like, so like almost a half-inch, like, massive pimples and stuff, like on the inside of the forearm and getting into the hands and stuff. Yikes, looks pretty scary. But this is the sort of thing you just kind of sleep it off, maybe. Okay, South Africa confirms 24 new cases. Britain stockpiles vaccines and treatments. Most cases and deaths in Congo are children under 15. So people are dying. That's not cool, eh? A little frightening. Pakistan has no idea where their monkeypox patient is. It's like someone escaped from the hospital running around with a bunch of welts. European Union raises risk level from very low to low. China tightens border security. It's an election year, right? This stuff always seems to happen when there's a big election happening, right? You need I shouldn't joke about it because I don't know. But crucify me for observing this particular trend, like disease outbreak every 4 years, you know. More cases reported in more African countries. Confirmed case in Pakistan. Suspected cases in Saudi Arabia. Case reported in Sweden, the first outside Africa. So, and then we've got a few links here. You can go x.com/monkeypox tally, all one word. And then monkeypox meter. This is going to be a thing. This is if you're not in the, I don't watch mainstream media, folks. I really don't. Not often. Sometimes, like, I'll listen to regional radio and stuff, but like generally speaking, this is where I get all my it's like I consider it a news aggregate, as 4chan, you know. I know I'm not alone on that either. It's not so misfit as it once was now. So what would I do? You know what, I'm going to take a zinc. Just keep my immune system up. Yeah, fingers crossed is like, generally, despite my smoking and drinking and stuff, I seem to always wake up like free of any kind of malaise. Like, I never get like a cold, for example. Like some people get like, got a bad like chest infection or something that generally doesn't happen to me. There's been I guess a couple incidents. Ooh, I hear a police siren in the distance. Probably a traffic violation. A lot of motorsports enthusiasts around, eh? Around this town, man, people with like super duper motors. Was it car form or motorcycle? It's motorcycle season, so if I had to guess, like someone like running a red light, but I didn't hear any whirring engines. Get that later in the evening. All the boy racers and stuff are out. They go like compare specs at the marina or wherever they meet up, and it's like, dude, your rims are so fucking rad, man. I like your taste. I like your taste in rims, bro. Yeah, this is what, I'm not the only one saying this. Released right before the election again. And then if you think, like, if they do have these, like, bio labs that are playing around with pathogens or whatever, release them on an unsuspecting populace, and then you've got, I call it like distraction politics, eh? It's like give like hypochondriacs are just like out of their mind, pulling their own hair out. It's like, I need to go to the doctor every day now. I shouldn't joke about that. I know if you're suffering from some serious medical ailment, it's no laughing matter. But, like, is hypochondria a real thing? I think it is, because at one point in my life I was what I would say a hypochondriac, like, constantly worried about it. Like, I read, and that came from reading, like, medical books, and I, like, see these, like, horrible pictures of, like, you got, like, a giant cyst in your groin or something. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't want to get that, right? No, and it was like, I worried. I thought, oh boy, I was like a Monty Burns from The Simpsons, like had to wash my hands every 2 seconds, kind of, oh my god, I touched something, I've outgrown that, thank God. Now I'm like the complete opposite. I'm more of the camp, whatever doesn't make you sick will make you stronger. And for example, today I was like this close to making pancake batter in a bowl that I had like crusty remnants of my bread mix that I made the other day. I was like, I don't really need to wash the thing. It's just bread. It's all flour and a little bit of yeast and stuff, eh? I'll just like like ultra lazy, right? Like, you wash it out, but do I really need to wash it out? I'm gonna cook the shit out of these pancakes, and it turns out I didn't even make pancakes. I was too lazy to do that. Like, I made like 3 eggs fried in bacon fat that I keep in the refrigerator. I have a little bacon fat, a little tiny glass. I store my bacon fat in, use it for stir fries and stuff. And yeah, but I would have readily done that, and I guarantee. Well, I can't guarantee nothing. However, like, chances are, like, there would be no pathogenic type stuff like arising if I used a less than clean bowl to make my pancake batter in. Because I'd say, like, heat is the ultimate sterilizer. As long as you bring things up to temperature, if there's any little, like, I'll say, like, microscopic bugs or colonies of bugs or anything in there, you're gonna cook them off, and then it's just like added protein. Doesn't detract from the flavor. You go super clean mode, nothing wrong with that either. But I'm just saying, like, from a purely sanitary point of view, as soon as you bring things up to temperature, even I would go so far, like, I'm not suggesting you eat rotten meat, but rotten meat, let's say you got a piece of meat and it's like just all filled with like cancerous tumors and everything else. As long as you cook the fuck out of that, like, I think you're safe. Maybe. I don't know. I've never tried it. I wouldn't, like I say, I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm just guessing, like, probably be no skin off your teeth if you were to do that. Might be a market for that in the future, like Kansas, like back in the Depression era. You know, you send your kids down to the apple cart and hopefully you get some rotten apples, like for a discount. You got a family, 8 kids all hungry, and you're not making enough money to feed them all, like on regular food. Hard times, right? Hard times. That's the title of a book by what's his name? Classic 19th century guy. Wrote books, Hard Times. I'm gonna look it up because I read that book. I remember reading that. Hard Times novel. It's a novel. Charles Dickens. How could I forget that? Hey. Yeah. Yeah, I remember reading that, and it was like, boy, oh boy, aren't I lucky to have grown up time frame that I did. Hard times. Hard. Published in 1854. Yeah, so I wasn't wrong about the 19th century. But yeah, I did read that. That's something I would read again. Is reread. It's worthy of a reread. So I remember when I did read it, I was living city Edmonton. Downtown. I was on the ground floor of a high-rise apartment building. I didn't have TV or anything. We're talking like who doesn't have television in 2006, right? I don't know, I just got this little bachelor pad. Remember reading that book? But I did have a landline telephone. No mobile phone. Everybody had a mobile. Just about everybody had a mobile phone starting in late 90s. All my friends had them. They're like flip phones, Motorola, Nokia, whatever. And I'm gonna say I didn't pay much attention to it, like what kind of phone, because I didn't have one. I wasn't interested. I was like mobile phones. That's for like Donald Trump. He was. Well, I had a friend had a bag phone. If you know what a bag phone is, it was like all the. It was like your mobile phone was like huge. It was a bag. Like you put a bag, and you plugged it in your cigarette, like a car phone, I guess. Plugged it into the cigarette lighter socket. Call that a barrel connector, DC barrel connector. I know that much. I know about it, know a thing or two about electronics, but it was like, whoa, nobody else had one. Like he was an early adopter. We're talking like 1996 when he had this in his in his LTD car. Like, oh man. I was like, unreal. Like, we were all like, whoa, you got a car phone. But me, I didn't even get a mobile subscription plan until I was pushing 40. I think, like, let's see, it was would have been 2015, 2016. So I used to be good at mental. Okay, 2015, 2016. So I was like 38-ish. And yeah, that was. I only got it because I got a job where they required it, and they paid me a stipend. Only $15 a month, I think it was what it was. Then I thought, okay, well, I can get like unlimited data and all this stuff. And so this is pretty funny. I had this BlackBerry device that I purchased secondhand from eBay. And I went down to the mobility center there, where they hook you up with a SIM card. Like, and it was like I'm gonna say a millennial or a Zoomer chick. She had like red hair, bangs. Like, I'm just say cute, but like young enough to be my daughter, really. So, you know, but funnily enough, like, it's like they had a bring your own phone. So I had my own phone, a BlackBerry. So this is a 2008 phone in the year 2015. So it's already 7 years old. And then so I you know, pay the thing and pop the SIM card in, and it's easy with this phone because, like, check this out. You just pull the back off. That's what she said. Pull the back off, and then you take the battery out, and then you can just pop the SIM card in there, and it's got another slot for micro SD card. I think I got like 8. Yeah, I got an 8 gigabyte thing in there. Yeah, 8 gigs. And then this this young lass, she's like, because I don't know, part of her job is to pitch phones and stuff, eh? She's like, are you sure you want to put it into that phone? I'm like, you know, in my mind, I'm like, how dare you say that? Like, do you think I don't know what I'm doing? Right? Like, I know what I'm doing, you know? I've got like electronics background and understand, like, to some degree, like, protocols and in terms of like telecommunications and stuff like that. It's like, I think I just said, well, do I look like I'm unsure? You know, just because it was like loading. I was like, yeah, bear with me, because we're confirming that, you know, it's all set up. It's all like I'm on the network and stuff, and you know, I got the data unlimited plan and all that, because I thought, well, the company's actually paying me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, you know, I felt a little bit like I wouldn't, if the roles were reversed and I was like some dude working behind the counter a mobile plan place. Like that's like borderline insulting. Like, are you sure that you want to put it on that phone? Like, I'm like, yes, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And so that's like 8 years later. Still works. You know, I've spent like $0 on mobile shit in 8 years. Well, apart from the subscription fee, that's something else I can get into. I'm telling the same old stories I tell to my real life. Well, I say real life, like we're all real life, but I mean like friends that I call on the telephone. Get down tonight. Yeah. Get down tonight. Yeah. S Club. Ain't no party like an S Club party. Gonna show you how. Look at Jonesy. He's investigating the scene. There ain't nobody else on the scene. S Club. Ain't no. I don't know if that's so true. Like, they claim there ain't no party like an S Club party. I bet there's a lot of parties that are not dissimilar to S Club parties happening, like, concurrently. At any given time of the day, or week, or month, year, echelon. Unitary measures, that's something I'm quite interested in, because it's like historically something that you can say like we stopped using measures over the years that used to be measures. Like, I think they, like, feet, well, average length of a human foot of a man, 12 inches, it's like, pace it out, or it's like 10 paces. For me, it'd be like almost 11 paces, because I got short legs. So I'd have to do that compensatory differential math, it's like, it's like 66 paces. Well, I'd be like, well, that's gonna take me 69 paces, because my short legs, like, .66 translates in, well, probably like 68. Over 66 paces. Yeah. I'll say I'd have to take an extra like 3 paces, so 60, 69. Favorite number. 69. I think I won the lottery, man. I'm like gonna be a millionaire here. It's always a fun topic of discussion. What would you do if you won $1 million? What would you do with $1 million, eh? No, I don't know what I'd do. I've never had that much money. I think, like, my rational side, I would take 3/4 of it, so $750,000, park it in cash deposits, GICs, stuff like that, and then put like out of the remaining $250,000, put like 200,000 into a savings account that's like difficult to access, and then the remaining 50,000 into my checking account, and maybe like start up a Christmas list, you know. But I don't even know what people want anymore. Like, they want to go on, like, get tattoos and go on trips and stuff like that, eh? Cool, man. Fill your boots. Here's like, you know, 1,700 bucks for your airfare. I feel like doing that. I haven't flown commercially since the age of 3. Time for a coffee reboot. I'm gonna put on some tunes, different tune. Vampires, eh? Yeah. Making an online album That's like, it doesn't have critical acclaim. Got like maybe an average of like 200 listens per tune stuff, so I'm not like way out of the Taylor Swift arena, but well, at least I did something. I didn't, maybe this is cope. This is my cope. I was like, yeah, well, you can't accuse me of doing nothing. I did do that. I'd like to do more music. Maybe like work with Kamala Harris. I'm suddenly a fan. Like now that I know she's a wino, I'm thinking, oh, that's fun. Like her and her husband invite me over. Play some guitar and stuff for guests. To have a big wine and cheese to do. Like bring my Irish coffee kit. No joke. When I say Irish coffee kit, I got one. Yeah, swinging. They say the swinging 70s. That's where. Let's talk about. Let's see if anyone's tuning in here. Probably not, hey? Got 3 views. Maybe I'll go on Facebook. Come and talk. Anything. There. Yeah, I just invited all my Facebook friends to come ask me anything. I don't know if it's even working. No one's called me. No one's said, yeah, your stream's or your volume's low, or your video sucks. You should just hang up your hat, man. Nobody cares. And I'll just full disclaimer. No, it's not a disclaimer. It's just a revelatory thing. I'm revealing how I feel. Is here I am, comfortable having fun, where I know that throughout the world there's a lot of suffering. Throughout my life, entirely blessed with a good life thanks to my mom and dad, and so just so you know where I'm coming from, I know, and I can't relate to. I can pretend to relate. Oh yeah, I know just exactly how you feel. Really, I can't. So I'm kind of useless in that respect. But I'll talk about anything. Yeah. Circumcision. Never got circumcised until I was 19. So that's pretty unique. You asked me about that. Kane Helinity, he asked me how big is my PEN 15. That's like, he's using the 1.5 as an IS. Okay, how big is your penis? It's roughly, you know what, it's not something I want to disclose, but I'm gonna say it's not it's not a massive kibasa like you're probably sporting. Do I got blow? No. And when it comes to there's, hey, your name's Kane. Cocaine, like co-conspirator. No, there's no sugar cane present. Yeah, you talk about anything, Kane. I'll entertain it. That's what I'm here for. This is what I want to do with the rest of my life, is just talk to people on YouTube. I'm really grateful you decide to join in. Makes my job easier. I'd like to ask you, like, how's the volume and everything? Can you hear me? Is the video coming through? You know, technical stuff. I like talking about mechanics and gardening. See, when I walk around town and, you know, I see people with cool cars, like I'm walking my dog and I approach them and I compliment them. Like if I say, hey man, that's pretty slick ride, man. You know, what's the story behind this one? Doesn't matter, like could be a boomer, it could be a Gen Z. Doesn't matter, man. It's like, you're into automotives. I hate the idea of selling my car, but I'm like behind on bills. I gotta keep up with the Joneses. That's why I got hanging baskets. They were like, cost me like $60 for 2. I gotta water them daily. I'm gonna let them go tonight, and then keep going, Kane. Keep me on board here. But ask me not about my circumcision. Ask me about like the time I got nailed for shoplifting. That's more interesting. More like heads close to home. Like whoever, I went through my whole life with never shoplifting. Until I was like 35-ish. And then I did a runner with like a 6-piece chicken thing. I was all like bent out of shape over I can't even function in society basically. Just like I get irritated. I'm getting better at like coping, but I was like the music over the thing and like seeing all these like robotic people like in the store and everything. I thought like, fuck. That's what I'm like, and I saw the sliding doors open. And I thought, okay, this is my. I'm waiting in line to pay for this like bullshit. Like, I'm grabbing this. I'm out of here. You know, to me it was a big fun joke. Until I'm putting the keys in the car and there's like some sinister fucker in like blue jeans and a black t-shirt and he's sporting handcuffs. I'm like, oh fuck, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm trying to reconcile. I'm like saying, oh dude, like, 'cause I had the money. I was just like sickened by the whole like save on foods on 102 Avenue, you know. I was like, the music they're playing is like, god damn, like, anyone who listens to this, like, who the fuck puts this shit on? It's like makes me want to cut my shopping experience short. I was like, I gotta hurry up and buy stuff before this music drives me insane. And I was just like, fuck man, I've never shoplifted. Like, the thrill at that moment was like really, really invigorating and worthwhile. And like, I'm just putting the key in the door, and then the security dude, like, he's like, he's coming up on me, and I'm like, you know, I'm just heading home, man. You know, he's like, no, you're not. You know, I'm like, what? You know, and then I'm trying to capitulate. I'm like, listen, dude. Okay, you know what? I had a moment of weakness. It's like a chick moment, eh? It's like Biff Naked. I just had a moment of weakness. I should examine my head. And he wasn't buying that. And then he's like, he was pretty quick. I'll give him that, man. He cuffed one of my hands, and then the fight's on. And I was like screaming bloody murder in the parking lot. I was thinking, oh, if this is going down, it's going down. He had to call the big 300-pounder dude in the uniform to come and subdue me, because I was not allowing him to get my other hand in the cuff, right? And then he led me through the front door, like, talk about walk of shame, and I'm bleeding all over the produce section, blood. You know, imagine COVID, like, hysteria, like, it's like, oh my god, we're all gonna get pathogens and sick, you know. It was like, but he could have brought me around the back way, maybe, you know. I'm not saying I wasn't guilty, but yeah, I did. I just walked out the door with a 6-piece chicken meal or whatever the fuck, right? And and then lo and behold, I never saw the back room of Sobeys, but they have chain link cages back there, right? And escorted me into one of them. And I'm like, yeah, I'd like to call my legal representative. You can provide me with a phone, I take it. Oh, yeah, C knows, like, this is, like, in his protocol, whatever, right? And, well, he's calling the city police. And, and get this, he found a joint in my pocket, or a joint, like, spilled out, like I had a pre-rolled joint, marijuana in my pocket, hey? Oh, I'm a badass. And he's like, what's this, you know? At that time, it was not legalized, you know, and I was always averse to legalization. I thought, like, if you're gonna, legalization means a bunch of bureaucratic, like, bullfuckery. Whereas, like, if you're gonna, like, decriminalize it, oh no, you can only grow X number of plants, or you can only have so much on your person at one time. Like, it's like, fuck, I want to go back to the old days where it was, like, fucking totally contraband. It was more exciting. Hey, it's like, score some weed. And then, I'm sitting in a fucking cage in a fucking grocery store. I didn't know they had these things, like, back there. And the policeman shows up. Edmonton City Police. And when he arrived, I said, thank God you're here, because this fucking store security dude is a fucking tyrant, eh? Like, I made false accusations against me, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, he had like a co-worker, like, you know, stock girl, like, come and address his, I don't know if I, like, maybe I hurt his forearm or something, but he was, like, making accusations, like, I'm not even gonna say, it's probably, like, common course for him. And then when the Edmonton police officer arrived, I was like, thank God you're here. It's like, he was surprised. He was like, what? You know, usually, you know, hard criminals don't want to see him. Well, I'm not a hard criminal. And then they took me into the station, the police station, and it's like super cop, like, came out and was like, what are you doing here? Like, as though he knew me or something. I don't know, like, why? And essentially they gave me I signed a thing. I had to donate some money. No criminal record, nothing. Bing bang bong. Because it was like a one-off. I never, like, I always kind of didn't like shoplifting or, like, stealing in general, you know. And it was just I had like Biff Naked, just had a moment of weakness. I should examine my head, you know. Thank God it's not, I don't have a criminal record. Because that's a criminal thing to do, you know, like walking out of a store with 6-piece chicken wing meal. Honestly thought it could have been resolved, like I had the money to pay for it. I was just like, so, just that moment, I was like, yeah, a moment of weakness. fuck, this music is irritating me. All the people in front of me in line irritating me. Like just disgusting, like, specimens, you know. I'm like, fuck, I'm out of here. Fucking, as soon as that, like, someone came in with one of those powered skid movers, you know, a big thing, and then the doors open, and I just kind of slipped out. If I would have been quicker on the key, I probably would have just gotten away. And yeah, it's quite a number of years ago. Now I can hear the neighbors playing irritating music. I'm like, fuck, I gotta move out of here, man. But not until property value escalates. Yeah. It's kind of the beauty of owning a little patch of paradise north is I don't know, the whole market could collapse, or it could escalate. I don't know. Generally, I think the longer I just sit here, it's like I'm kind of making money by doing nothing. So I don't sweat it too heavily. I don't know if you can hear that music in the background. But if I'm gonna, you know, they're gonna broadcast music, it might interfere with, like, copyright shit on my shit. So I'm gonna put on some of my own shit quietly, just to drown out. Okay, not that one. It's pretty irritating. Oh yeah, I like this tune. I wrote this back in, like, 2015, I think. I'll just turn down the volume. Yeah, I've done live streams before, or like videos, and like had like copywritten material in the background, and it's like I got like a notice saying, I'm like, oh fuck. I hate to put it less, I could put it more succinctly, you know. Oh, good God, bless my buttons. I wasn't even thinking about it, right? Yeah, this is a song I played with my own vocals. Like I toned it down so I sound like a bass singer. Malt Liquor Day. Malt Liquor Day. Everybody wants to groove with mine. Everybody wants a harvest of the vine. There's no need for me to go out and fight. I just play my 12-string all night. Yeah. Hate to blow my own horn, but I'm not bad at improvisational guitar. I was watching ex-girlfriend do a song. And like she had a dude playing sort of lead improvisational stuff like alongside her song, which I like. I hate to admit it, like that I like what she lit, you know. But okay, I'm gonna shut this off now. Yeah, I hated to admit that, you know, because she's caused me such angst in my life. So I'm not gonna go into that, but like I was like, whoa, like I could have played, like I was thinking, wow, because it was this particular song that she'd written that I quite like, and I was like, whoa, like this guy didn't do a bad job for all intent, like he's a perfect player, like really, but I could have really added some panache to that, to her number. I think would have accentuated it a little better. But yeah, that's it's a rickety road we all travel down in life, eh? Nothing. Sometimes things work out. Maybe you're lucky. You're a lucky individual. I got a lottery ticket. I didn't even check it yet. Like, I'm scared to win the lottery. That's like how I operate. I'm like, oh God, now what? Like, once you win that money, it's like everyone's like, well, you know, I'm gonna pay off all my debts. Well, that's okay. I think the best thing to do is to like try and keep it quiet, and then secretly, you know, send your friends money and stuff like that, right? hire a financial guru. Be like a swift, smart order of business, maybe. Someone who's maybe dealt with like big numbers and all that. Say like, yeah, it's always fun to, well, if I won the lottery, I'd do this, that, and the other thing. Like if you win the jackpot, but how much money are we talking? Like if you win $1 million, like, you know, pay off my creditors if you're in debt, you know, it's number one smart move. Help out friends and family that are struggling financially. No one's ever done that for me. It was like not blood family. What else would you do? It's like maybe treat yourself like $1 million. Like, that's pretty good. Play your cards right. You could probably coast on $1 million in today's dollars. $1 million. You're gonna coast for at least 3 years, right? If you don't do anything crazy. A lot of, like, just having that money sitting there, you might, you know, start getting into whoremongering. I start visiting like foot massage parlors or something crazy expensive. You know, who can blame you? Like, nobody's gonna, like, all your friends will be envious, eh? It's like, oh, You're getting like Oriental women to rub your feet. You know, I would never do that. No, you know, it's like $60 an hour, and then I'm like thinking, man, I don't even, you know, I sleep on a military foamy for 6 years, man. I don't care. Sleep in the woods. It's like going whoremongering. You're mongerer, you know. It's like no, your family won't respect that. You're a hedonist, and is it better or worse than a drunk druggie? I struggle with marijuana addiction. I love smoking weed. Haven't done it for a week or so. We'll see. This last time yeah, it's been like a week or more. Well, I'm thinking like I gotta get a proper job and stuff. And now after 40 years of getting shit canned, I'm like, man, word gets around. It's like nobody wants to hire me because I'm, let's face it, like somewhat unreliable. Yeah, it's like, I always get the talk, eh? It's like, well, we like you, man, you know, good guy and stuff. But, you know, this penchant you have for, like, well, the no-show, I get that. Like, there's been a couple of, but, you know, like, I've been, okay, I'm pleading to the king. I'm saying, King Charles, man, like, I think I've been treated somewhat unfairly. Have I not? Like, put it in technical jargon. So I think that's maybe the best thing I do is like actually pen a letter to the king and say, Your Highness, what do I do going forward? You're the head of the state. You're my king. I'm your subject. What do I do? You know, I want to be a productive member of society. I want nothing more than to help other people. And he's like, well, how have you ever helped other people? Well, I'm like, I grow rhubarb and give it away because I can't eat it myself due to my gout, right? Not joshing you here, folks. Like, this is these are real considerations I deal with in daily life, and I know, like, I got it pretty easy, but you know, it's like little things, like I can't even get a job, hardly, you know, and I've been trying. It's like that, you know, you do anything like walking distance. Like, if I got to drive to a job that only pays $15 an hour, well, you know, I may as well not work at all. But if I got a job I can walk to for minimum wage, which is here in the province of Alberta, it's $15 an hour. That's all right, you know. At least I'm, you know, earning, making, hopefully, you know. Doing it tomorrow evening. I'm gonna go march into like local place and offer to be the dishwasher. And let's see, anyone commenting? Kane. You know what? I get it. You know, you're bored with my talks. This is all getting archived on the internets. So oh my god. I think the neighbor girls are home. Like they're both like productive members of society. And neither of them are fat. Their mom's not fat. Not that it mattered to me. I don't know, I'm just pointing it out. Like, good diet goes a long way. They have really good dietary habits. But they're listening to god-awful music. It was just like really kind of like grating on my nerves. At least they're not running that messed up lawnmower. That drives me bonkers. Or running the shop vac for like hours at a time. Like it's like, god damn, I'm just trying to surf 4chan here and concentrate, and I gotta hear, you know, like, fuck. However, like, I've got a sound system I can achieve the same level of sound, if that makes sense. I'm gonna call someone. The person I'm calling is probably the most in tune, smartest guy I know. He's a commerce guy. It's ringing. 4 rings, not gonna answer. You know what, I'll tell him.
Hi, sorry I can't make it to the phone right now. Leave a message and I'll get back to you.
After leaving a message, you can hang up or press pound for more options.
My message is as follows. You should look me up on youtube.com/Puzzle College. That's all one word. PUZZLECOLLEGE. Call it, yeah, I think. Yeah, get on my live stream, man. Ask me any question in the text. It'd be fun, right? You know, how about have some fun? It's not. It's fun. Fun is like, my idea of fun is not everybody's idea of fun. I get that. But now, yes, I know anyone watching is going to think this is entirely pathetic of me to do this, but gonna call my Aunt Leslie. My mom's slightly older sister. It's like 10 kids in the family. And see how she's hanging in. Okay. If she has a voicemail, I'm gonna leave a message.
You have reached. After leaving a message, you can hang up or press pound for more options.
Hello, dear Aunt Leslie. I'm wondering if you're not out, like, in a carriage or rolling or fishing or maybe bowling even. But feel free to give me a call. And yeah, we'll talk turkey, you know? Yeah. All right. So let's talk some turkey. Do 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 do. Go. What's happening? Let's read some news. I was gonna do that earlier and it never happened. But I'm gonna have to excuse myself. I'm not a robot, okay? You know, I'm an actual person having discussions here. Or I'd like to have discussions. The last comment is from Kane, and he says, you said talk about anything. And you like asked me how big is my penis and do I have blow? Like what? No. And you know, I'm not hiding shit. Blow, I presume he means like Pepsi, if you will, like code name for cocaine. And it's not a thing like really in my life. If someone offers it to me, you know, I'll do it in solidarity, I guess. But if it makes any sense, like the truth be told, I don't want that stuff like in my periphery even. Like floodlights on, like no, just don't. I don't, you know. It's never been my thing really. But I'll be right back. I'll put on some tunes. It's like commercial break. It's an instrumental tune. Back. Oh, wow, wow, wow. That one's got 235 listens. It's better than 0. It's better than 230 or 234. It's better than 234. I'm a numbers guy, in case you didn't know. Facebook. Cabin in the Woods. What I want to achieve in the latter part of my life, I wrote this on Facebook. Cabin in the woods with a still to make moonshine. A guitar to play songs to the furry woodland creatures with. Because I say that because, like, I know animals appreciate music. And an Ithaca 28 gauge for hunting prairie chickens. And a wild hairy woman at my side. Yeah. If you don't like hairy women, like, I don't even understand. It's like, why? Like, you want your woman shaved, like, you know? Like, what the fuck? WTF. Sorry I said the F word. Try to break away from that habit. Like the F this, F that. Like, that just demonstrates a lack of, like, ability to summon up, like, accurate adjectives. It's like a blanket adjective, you know. Like, oh man, your truck is fucked. It's like, what do you mean? Like, get more specific. It's like, truck is fucked. Well, yeah, plain as day, right? But what do you mean? What's wrong? Like the intercooler, is it, it's spitting out, toxic smoke. It's burning antifreeze. Why? Well, it's fucked. I'll fix it, man. Yeah. Trucking. You got your chips cashed in. You keep trucking like the doodah man. Together, more or less in line. You just keep trucking on. Boodaloo doot doot. I'm not a big Grateful Dead fan, but yeah, Truckin', I think that's a cool tune. Because most of the cats that you meet on the street speak of true love. Most of the time they're sitting there crying at home. One of these days they gotta get and play Lego. Out of the box and onto the table alone. Bum 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 bum. Sometimes the blocks are all shining on me. Other times I can barely see. Lately it occurs to me, what a long, strange trip it's been. Yeah, neighbors are playing like fucking crazy EDM stuff that's like turning me off big time. Like, man, oh man. I think they're prompting me to like put on like actual good music. No joke. No joke, folks. No joke, folks. I'll see, maybe my cousin Troy will tune in. Got it. Downside of the family, we're not especially close. Let's see. If he's dead and I never heard about it, I'll be like going to Ontario, man. Both guns blazing. Yeah, my cousin Troy, I don't think we have ever even met in person. I'll just send him a link. Haha! It's so faggy in my thing, you know. Being a handsome man is not all it's cracked up to be. Now, I'm like a formerly handsome man. What the fuck did... Kane... Oh my god. Oh man. Okay, folks. Kane, if you're listening, like, just Do not. No, you know what? You know what? Oh, this is on my post. Oh my goodness. Picture of a fox. Okay, I posted like thinking about what I want to achieve in the latter half of my life. Cabin in the woods with a still to make moonshine. A guitar to play songs to the furry woodland creatures with. And a Ithaca 28 gauge for hunting prairie chickens. And a wild hairy woman at my side. Well, I don't know. Call me crazy. I think that's not entirely unreasonable. Like, I don't know. I just call it like a expectation. Excuse me. And my cousin says, "You would have loved where I was. Call me and." No, you would have loved where I was. Call me. I have to grow your own hairy women where you can find them, but you would have loved it. I know that's like, I know she does like text to talk, and so it doesn't make sense, right? But she showed a picture of a fox at a picnic table, and that's pretty cool. Oh, a little woodland. Oh, she's got a little, I think it's a chipmunk. Wow. Wow, she's got like a little, like that, man. I'm gonna hit like. Pretty cool. That's pretty cute. I'm looking at it, like, yeah, she's got like a little. I think it was a chipmunk. Chipmunk. Yeah. That's what it is, a chipmunk. Like, just checking her out. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't think I'm too dicey for woodland creatures. They like, I was like, yeah, I might just put them in a stew pot. Or they can detect my level of hunger. They're like, no. But I'm gonna go hunting with, I'm gonna bring my dog up here to see her. Come on up. She's a good jumper. Hello, my name is Mila, and I like to go hunting for birds with my master. His hunting tool of choice is a bullwhip. And so we go through provincial parks, and he whips prairie chickens. One shot, boom. I don't know. I've never tried hunting a prairie chicken. I was like, is this not a bird dog? Like, look at it. Look at her tail. I know that's a little less than, well, it's pretty frank of me, but yeah, it's a good dog. Good dog. She's like, I don't know, too old for like game hunting. I've never even done game hunting. If I have to go to work, I'd like to go to work, earn some big money. Oh, maybe I won the lottery though. Let's check that out. Yeah, Western 649. If I did win, I'm not telling you. Not telling ever, you know. It was yesterday's draw. 649. See if I nailed it finally. August 17th. Ooh. Oh. Let's see here. Oh, I think I got like one number. Good God. Like between two draws, I got two numbers. Holy shit. I think I won a free ticket at least. That's weird. Like, I don't get quick pick 'cause I actually, like, I just do this like mentalism type thing, and I'm like, I feel the 17, you know. Okay, 1. Okay, got 33 hit. That's a hit in one thing. 33 and 9. Number 9 and 33. Oh, I was one off. Like 26 is the draw, and I chose 27. That's often the case. Like it's almost like uncanny, like how close I come, kind of, and just picking my own numbers. But I think that's a free ticket. So. But it's gonna be a quick pick, I think. I'm gonna say like, well, I don't want a quick pick. I want to choose my own numbers. Oh, you can't do that. Gotta do the quick pick. Do the quick pick, man. Let's call up. Who? I already called up like everyone, and like I'm sure they'll call back if they're like into it. I like bugging this fucker though. He conveniently listen to this. Four rings. Now it's gonna go to his non-existent messenger servants. He's probably sick of getting creditors bugging him. My guess.
You have reached.
Very merchant.
After leaving a
No,
message,
not
you
him.
can hang up or
That's not who I was thinking of. I was thinking of, it's like cool, you know, ultra
Your
cool
call
dude.
has been forwarded to a voicemail service that has not been initialized by the customer you are calling. The Rogers wireless customer you are calling is not available at this time. When you reach the customer at a later date, please remind the customer to access their voicemail and initialize their mailbox. Thank you.
Yeah, how do I remind him? Send him a text, maybe. I don't know. Like, hey, initialize your voicemail shit. Like, I got my voicemail intact. Like, what's wrong with ya? I'm guessing he's got like all kinds of creditors like calling him all hours of the day, and he's like, fuck you, you know, threw a chair through the drywall. Fuck. That's what I imagine. I'm gonna go visit him in person. These are my old workmates and stuff, hey. I go in there as customer instead of an employee. You know, like, now I'm the boss, right? I'll generate like a $3,000 job somehow, just to fucking rile them up. It'd be well worth it. You get it all videotaped. It'd be a lot of fun, man, and harmless fun. You know, no one's gonna get fired or nothing. Unlike me. And aren't I clever, eh? Like, nobody wants to talk to me. Go figure, right? I'm like, man, you know what? The world we live in, it's like all full of, I get it. Hello, Tracy.
Hey, dude.
I'm,
Please come rescue me.
before you say anything, I want you to know I'm live streaming.
Oh. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. There you go. Like, nobody's willing to talk out in the. I get it, but I don't get it. I get it, but I don't get it, because essentially, like, everything you say on the mobility network is going to be, you know, you got the ability to tap into. But I'm going to cut this short, call my friend back, and then maybe resume a little later. So it was really fun. It was really fun for me to exercise my demons, so to speak, and talk about stuff. I wish Kane, shout out to Kane for like coming in here and the mysterious R asking me if I fish. Well, yeah, sort of, not really. And we're gonna call a night. I'm gonna call my friend and sort stuff out.